It's about 1988, and a young man who's just recently started doing about a year ago, started learning how to play the saxophone in the school, which is Mount Vernon Elementary's music program, gets a chance to perform in front of his friends and family in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, at a place that's in San Bernardino, California, called the California Theater Performing Arts Center. They get there, they're getting ready to set up, and before the friends and family are there, and they're making sure their instruments are there, and the teachers are going through and making sure they know what songs they've been playing and everything like that. And they had a short tour beginning of the night, showing them where everything was at, and most of the important things, like where the restroom and things were at. And this boy, who's very nervous, like all the other kids that are there, it's their first time performing in front of some people. And so he has to go to the restroom. So the teacher, of course, being the 80s, says, well, you know where the restroom's at, go ahead and go, and meet back here soon, don't take too long. So the boy goes, and still thinking about his performance, doesn't really think about much else, gets to the restroom, goes to the restroom. And when he's coming out of the restroom, he sees a man standing about 10 feet outside the restroom, just kind of looking around, in a three-piece suit, maybe in his 30s or 40s. And the boy almost bumps into him. Wasn't paying attention. And he says, and the startled way was, excuse me, I'm sorry. And the man says, that's quite all right. And the boy suddenly remembers and realizes he doesn't know how to get back to the stage. He'd been so in his own head about what he needed to do that he just kind of went to the restroom automatically and wasn't thinking else, and now he doesn't know how to get back. So, in somewhat of a panic, he looks at the man and says, I don't know how to get back to the stage. I'm performing for my family and some friends. We're doing a school performance. And the man looks at him and says, well, that's quite all right. I know how to get there. Do you want me to show you? And the little boy says, yeah. So the man takes him there. When they get about 10 feet away from going into the door to where the back of the stage is, the man says, well, here he is. And the boy says, oh, okay, I remember where I'm at now. So fantastic. The man says, is there anything else I can help you with? The little boy says, no, thank you. Goes back on the stage. And the teacher's there looking for everybody. He's like, all right, we got everybody here. Family's going to be here soon. Nobody else needs to go to the restroom or anything because we got like 10 more minutes. So if you need to do it now. And the little boy just pipes up and says, oh yeah, I was there. I almost got lost on the way back there, but it was a good thing there was a man back there that helped me get back to the stage. The music teacher doesn't say anything, but one of the workers there, because it's in the middle of the week, it's just a little kid's performance for a school that they got to do at this big theater, which is a great experience, says, what man? Because the only two people that are here today are women, and we're the ones that are setting everything up. What did he look like? So the little boy explains what he looked like. The woman looks at him and goes, oh, okay. He goes and does his performance. They all go back on the bus to go back to their school, which is only a few miles away. And the music teacher sits next to the boy and says, you know what I heard about your story? And the boy says, doesn't understand what story. He's like, oh, the story when you went to the restroom, you talked to the man. He's like, okay. He's like, now, you remember that when they said that there was no men that worked there today because it was, a small crew opening up just for us. He's like, uh-huh. He says, well, the funny thing is, what you described was the theater manager about 20 years before. And the little boy says, okay. Doesn't think about it. He's like, but that man died 10 years ago. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick Mitchell. And as always, let's talk about some creepy shit. So the California Theater, Performing Arts Center in San Bernardino, California, was built in the 1920s. And it had a lot of big performances. It is a beautiful building. And that little boy was somebody I went to school with. And we were in the same band together. This little music group that was from Mount Vernon Elementary. And I believe it was 88 or 87 or 88 when this happened. And I was there the day that happened. And I remember him telling the story. And people that have worked at this theater and people who have went and investigated this theater have said they've gotten EMF readings. They've also had ghost voices. They've also had phantom footprints and disembodied sounds and shadow figures. People have said that they've seen a man walk around in a three-piece suit. The same kind of man that this young boy, a friend of mine, saw. What's your thoughts? Do you have any experiences at the California Theater Performing Arts Center in San Bernardino, California? As always, hit me up. And as always, have a good night.